Yes, you got that right. It's the grandma's recipe, and it ain't nothing like it. Delicious. We are getting ready to make the grandma's recipe. This is going to be some old-fashioned spaghetti. Not spaghetti and meatballs. We ain't putting no meatballs on top of spaghetti. We're making it old school, old-fashioned. This is what I grew up on, the way my mother and her mother made it. And everybody's old school recipes and things are a little bit different because, well, it's in their family. It's from their family. So this is old school. And the first thing we need to do is get some green pepper and some onion diced up because it's going in there. But before we get started and we get to doing all of this, welcome to Cooking at Pam's Place. If you are new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. And if you want to learn how to make all kind of homemade food and dishes, easy, simple, made from scratch, take a second and subscribe to the channel. Turn on that notification bell so you won't miss anything. And then come with me. I'll show you what to do. So we've got our onion diced up. We're going to go ahead and dice up our bell peppers, our green bell peppers. And I am punching it in this way so that I can preserve my seeds a little bit. Take those all out. Save your seeds for planting. Okay, I will have everything in the description so you don't have to worry about the measurements of anything right now as we speak. And of course, everything is customizable. So if I'm using something that you don't want to put in yours, just simply leave it out or switch it out. So I'm going to cut up this green bell pepper and then we'll be right back. Okay, so we are at the stove. The water is boiling. It's on high, and that's what you want before you salt your water. I am salting it with kosher salt. You can use any salt you want, but it's best to salt it once it comes to a rolling boil before you put your pasta in. Two things. The salt is going to dissolve faster that way, and you protect your pot. Because if you put salt in there and it's cold, the salt can sink down to the bottom of your pot and actually leave scratches in it. So make sure you have a rolling boil, add your salt, and you want to add plenty of salt. But if you don't salt that water and you're cooking pasta, your pasta's gonna be bland, okay? So, ooh, did you all see that? I had my pasta upside down, almost wasted it all. Okay now. So, this is old school, old fashioned. The way my mama did it. The way her mama did it. And she broke her pasta in half before she put it in the pot. So I'm breaking mine. It might be a no-no to a lot of people, but I'm doing this old school, old school, old fashioned. We're going to start on our meat for our meat sauce. Okay, so I have 2 pounds of 80-20 ground beef. We're just going to put it in the skillet. Your skillet does not have to be heated up any because it's going to heat up as it goes along. We're going to add in our onions and green peppers. We do not need to saute them first. Okay, so our skillet has gotten hot. You all see I got my wooden spoon over here on top of the pot, right? So it won't boil over. Yes, I do. So we are going to go right on in here with our green bell peppers and our onions. Green peppers and onions are going to cook down right with the ground beef as it browns. So you don't need to saute it first. If you want to, you can. Again, this is old school, the way I grew up. This is the way I grew up on spaghetti. Oh my goodness. And we typically had it on Fridays along with fish. Spaghetti back then was a side dish more than a full plate. So, adding in some onion powder. And yes, we got onions and we're adding in onion powder too. Adding in some garlic powder. salt, and black pepper. Give it a good stir, and we're going to just let it cook, stirring every few minutes or so just to make sure it's well blended and everything's getting good and incorporated. Keep an eye on your spaghetti. Once it's cooked, we're going to drain it and put it back in this pot. Our ground beef has browned. Now we're going to remove it from the heat temporarily and drain it. If you don't drain it, you're going to have greasy spaghetti, so make sure you drain it. There's a lot of liquid in there, and that liquid down there is what we need to drain off. So we'll be right back. Okay, so we've got our meat and our spaghetti drained. I'm putting the spaghetti back into this pot and just let it sit here until we're ready for it. So we'll take it off the eye so it won't be still hot. Also, cook your spaghetti according to the package directions, but don't overcook it. Also, too, if it's hot and you need to sit it for a minute like this, you want to also go in and rinse it with cold water. That's another reason why you need so much salt, because when you rinse it, you're rinsing some of that salt off. Now we have our 80-20 ground beef here, and to it, we are going to add 1 can of tomato paste. And I'm going to also add a can of water from the same tomato paste. Is what my mom used to do. She used to fill this can back up and get all of that tomato paste out of there. So it's 1 whole can of tomato paste is going in here. And when you rinse off or drain off your spaghetti, always reserve some of your spaghetti water. I'm actually going to put that in the can as opposed to regular water. Also, my mom didn't make her spaghetti sauce. She used jar sauce. She used whatever she found on sale. I'm using ragu. So I'm just going to pour this over here as well. Make sure you stir it, give it a good mix. And we're going to let this simmer for a while. Pour this water into the can. Still reserving the rest of it, just set it aside. Adding a little pasta water into whatever pasta dish you're making will make the sauce adhere to the noodles a little bit better. So we're just rinsing this out, and that pasta water was hot. And putting it right on in there. Make sure to get all that out of the can. That's one of the main purposes of doing that, to get it all out of the can. So let's go ahead and let this simmer down some, and then we'll be back. Okay, our sauce is all done. Doesn't that look amazing? Look how nice and thick that is. Nice, rich, and thick. Okay, so now we are going to put it into our spaghetti pot over here. Okay, so now we're going to pour it right into our spaghetti, just like that. Get it all in there. Once you get the spaghetti and the meat sauce together, you want to mix it. Mix it really, really good. And this is where we're going to go in with just maybe a tablespoon or 2 of our pasta water, so that this sauce can adhere really well to the actual spaghetti. You don't need much, because you don't want it to become watery. It's nice and thick right now. Then we're going to head on over for our taste test. Oh my goodness, this smells so delicious. If you are new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank Thank you so much for stopping by. Take a second and subscribe to the channel and make sure you turn on that notification bell so you won't miss anything. And if you are returning or a member, thank you so much for your loyal, faithful support. I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys. Okay, so we are going to head over and let's give this a taste. Ooh, we are all done. Doesn't this look amazing? This is old school spaghetti. Old school spaghetti. Yes. Awesome and amazing. We're going to get some out of here and give it a taste test. Oh, if you guys could smell this. It's quick and easy. Delicious. Look at that. Look at that. Let me move this up some so I can really show y'all. Doesn't this look amazing? Oh my goodness. Oh, it's still piping hot. Delicious. Oh my goodness. I will see you all next time. I need some more. The good Lord willing and the creek don't rise. Oh my goodness.